welcome back once again to my channel. So I've been thinking about what sit down videos I want to do, considering that going to school is very limited these days, and I was kind of having a hard time figuring it out until I thought I could do a Q&A, and then I told myself no, I did a Q&A really recently, and then going back to my channel I realized the last time I did a Q&A was in February, so it's been about 8 months. Obviously since then I've gotten a lot more subscribers. I had a lot of questions to ask over the last couple months, so we're doing a Q&A. I also almost completely forgot that back in July I asked you guys to ask me questions for a Q&A. Then I just forgot about it, I guess. So I'm sorry about that, but I kind of wanted a good amount of questions that I could be asked by people in order to do a Q&A. And I think I got a good amount of questions, so we are going to get started. So the first question, which is probably my favorite question, how are you? I am good, thank you. What do you recommend bringing to the first day of vet tech class? Honestly, your basics. If there's any PowerPoints or notes your professor has given you beforehand, I recommend printing out those and bringing them with you, or bringing your laptop and writing notes on the PowerPoint as you go along. I would tell you should bring like a stethoscope, a watch, thermometer, etc. But honestly, I didn't need them, especially the first day of school, so I just recommend bringing some notebooks, some pens, some paper, your laptop, your books, and anything else that your professor has provided you online. What state do you live in? I live in California. I live in California too! I'm in the NorCal region. I think when people think of NorCal, they think of San Francisco. Like, no, I am like farther up. I'm like mid-region Northern California, which helps me to answer the next question, what school do you go to? Now, this is the question that I definitely get asked the most out of every question that I get. And I think what I've decided is I'm not actually gonna be saying my school's name online just because that's kind of scary. But I will tell you guys this, it is a very small community college in a very small area, an hour north of Sacramento, roughly. If you guys live around the area and you can figure it out, feel free to message me on Instagram asking if I go to that school. If I do, I will tell you. It's just very small. It's a very small program. It's a very small school, and I just want to keep everything private, but you're more than welcome to figure it out and message me, and I will tell you if it is or not. Did you take any agriculture classes in high school? I did not. I have never ever taken a single agriculture class. I have not taken a single animal science class. Like if you're like generalizing like majors and minors, no, I haven't. Sorry. Did you see the proposal coming, or was it a complete surprise? Also, congratulations. Thank you. No, I did not see it coming right then and there. I knew it was gonna happen within the next year or so. He honestly is very bad at keeping secrets like that, especially if he knows that it's gonna make me incredibly happy. So if I had to guess, I would say it would be in a year or so because he started talking about it. But when he really started talking about it, I knew it would happen within like the next 2 months. And then it happened like 2 days later. He literally got the ring and then proposed to me within like the same like 3 days. I'm surprised he held it in that long, honestly. I know he's watching this. I love you. What classes did you take in high school to get where you are now? I never, ever took any classes that prepared me for this, because in high school I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life. I knew I was going to college, I just had no clue why, I guess. And in case you guys don't believe me, I was actually able to find my senior year school schedule, and I will post a picture of it right up here. So as you can see, I took 4 electives. So no, I didn't prepare myself at all. And it kind of leads to the next question. What classes did you take to prepare you for this program in college? I took my GEs for the first like 2.5 years. I took a semester off, and then that's when I was like, hey, let's do this program. So then I took the 3 prereqs, which were basic chem, basic biology, and then a vet assisting class. That's it. I literally took nothing else. Which kind of leads to my next question. What classes overall helped you prepare for this? None. I remember before I was in this program, I had to shadow a technician, and she had her degree in biology, I think. And she said she highly recommended me get a bachelor's degree in science prior to doing the program, because she said that was the only way she passed. I didn't listen because I didn't want to waste another 2 years getting a degree that I knew I didn't really want. And now that I'm in the program, honestly, I really can't think of any class that helped me prepare for this. I don't know. I think the only thing valuable that I learned in basic biology is what malignant and benign meant and how osmosis works, but it didn't really help me at all. I'm not sure if I should do a 1-year program to become an assistant or go straight into the 2-year tech program with Penn Foster. What do you recommend? I'm so indecisive. Girl, it's okay. Honestly, I would really depend on whether or not you actually have animal experience, if you worked in an actual clinic. Because I know for a lot of people who were in my class who dropped out, they didn't know what they were getting into. They didn't really know the position itself. And essentially they wasted time taking the prereqs and everything, and they kind of wasted money. So if you do not have any experience with the field, I highly recommend you go through your vet assisting program first. That way you can work as an assistant if you do still want to go to tech school, and that way you'd have a good feel of what the profession actually is. And if you go through and you realize being a tech is not what you want to do, then you can always just leave it. Plus, I honestly think it's really good and helpful for you because then that way you'll be able to learn certain things like restraining, certain jobs, be a little bit ahead of people, because I know for me, I was a little bit more behind than people and I had a little bit more knowledge than some people. And essentially it has helped me. I think the more experience, the easier this is going to be for you. So I highly recommend you do that. It's less time and essentially you're getting a lot more experience than some people, even in my class. I never actually went through a vet assisting program. I just worked in a hospital, but of course it is totally up to you. Favorite dog or cat breeds if you have one? I used to love Shepherds and I wanted a Husky, but honestly now all I want are Pity Mixes and Dobermans and Great Danes. For cats, honestly, black cats really have my heart. I cannot say no to black cats. I'm about to roll in Penn Foster's program. Yay! Any tips for staying on top of things? I don't know a lot about Penn Foster, but I do know you're able to make your own schedule. You could go part-time, full-time. You can do things on your level. Honestly, if you want to graduate within 2 years, I highly recommend you need to make your own school schedule. You need to pick days where you're actually going to do homework and study. Because if you don't, then you get really behind, but I guess it doesn't matter because you make your own schedule. It just depends on when you're wanting to graduate. So my recommendation is give yourself at least 1 or 2 days, do that homework, do that studying, treat it like it's actual school. Like treat it as though you have school on Mondays, like if you have Mondays off from work, or Fridays, or whatever the case may be. Choose a day and make it a designated day for school. Also, good luck. Let me know if you see the educational videos. I originally found your channel through TikTok. Are you ever going to be posting on TikTok again? So actually, I downloaded TikTok for the first time in like 9 months, I think, and I just reinstalled it on my phone last month. And honestly, seeing the trends now makes me realize how much I miss TikTok just because of how like funny and relatable it is. So yes, I'm planning on doing some stuff on TikTok soon. So if you want to go ahead and follow me, I'll go ahead and give you guys my username. When do you plan on taking the VTNE and what do you see yourself doing once you get it? I'm planning on taking it like 2 or 3 months after I graduate. I plan on getting a couple of tools like vet tech prep and stuff like that. So probably like July, August is when I'm planning on taking it. Once I graduate, I plan on becoming hopefully an assistant in a hospital, go from there. Is there any branch of the field that you absolutely want to work in? Honestly, I'm really liking emergency. It can be very heart-wrenching and very hard, but the pace is so fast. There's so many things going on. I love it and it's a lot of fun. What do you think is the hardest class that you have taken thus far in this program? Honestly, pharmacology. Pharmacology almost killed me. I didn't think it was gonna be hard until I actually took it and then I was like, holy crap, it is just so complex and so crazy. So yeah, pharmacology kind of kicked my butt. Now that I'm in my now that I'm in my 4th semester, I am kind of getting the jinx of things, but I mean, I still don't know like names of drugs. I know like the formula names of them, like what kind of drug they are. I do not know like brand names. So it's really confusing when someone asks me to get them a drug and I have no clue what the actual brand name is. So they have to tell me like the drug name. Congratulations on getting on the dean list. Thank you. Were you trying to get on the dean's list? And if you are, do you want to be on it for the next year that you're in school? No, honestly, I was not trying to be on the dean's list at all. It was really cool that I got on it. I honestly had no clue. Was I reaching for it? No. Honestly, to me, it's just a piece of paper. I feel proud just because of how much work I put into it. That's not gonna make me a good or bad tech. So that's just the reality. C's get degrees, you guys. C's get degrees. And lastly, do you plan on making videos even when you graduate and take the VTNE? I'd like to say I do, honestly. I think what people really like about my channel is like the growth and what I go through, just so they can like come along with me. I notice that that's like a huge thing that people really like, especially on YouTube these days. But of course, if you guys would like me to make videos when I graduate, I gladly will. They're probably just gonna be pretty spread out just because I know I'm gonna be working full time like right off the bat. All right, guys, so those were all the questions I have for my Q&A. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.